Football season is in full stride right now, from the pros all the way down to the youth leagues. That includes the Pace Athletic and Recreation Association. That's where a parent says her child was removed from the team after she took her concerns of mistreatment to the league board. Now, Penny White says her son, Jay, played for the Pace Patriots 8 under league until she says the league board lashed out at her over her accusations of mistreatment, including one player she says used a racial slur against her son. WEAR's Tanner Stewart has our story.
It's taken me a while to decide if I wanted to share this on this platform. I've prayed about it and I've made my decision. It's Jay's and my story, and I'm going to tell it no matter what. It's a long story, so buckle up.
Pace resident Penny White received a slew of disturbing text messages she says comes from a group chat between her 9-year-old son's football coaches with the Pace Athletic and Recreation Association. One message reads, "Sit the down and let me coach, and when I'm done and he's home, you can do what you want." And,
"Tell her to take her waste of talent kid and go to NEP." How did it make you feel seeing this?
It hurt. It hurt and it angered me because, you know, for us to have that meeting and for them to always talk about we're a family, you know, here at Pace, and to hear that they were saying stuff like that about my child, it was unacceptable.
Other messages include, "I hope we lose 5, one coach says in reference to unwanted players. Another text reads, "I'm putting my bullies on everyone that I want to quit." She received the text after going to the league board about an altercation between herself and the team mom. She says she also reported a teammate using a racial slur against her son. Nothing, she says, was done. The only response she says she was given came in the form of this email, telling her she'll receive a full refund as her son was no longer welcome on the team, citing they were unable to give her the experience or expectations she was looking for. Penny White says the coaches were placed on probation for a few weeks and later returned.
It's unacceptable to be doing stuff like this. It's just unacceptable. And they can think whatever they want to think, but I know I have integrity, I know I have character, and at the end of the day, that's what Jamarian is going to remember, is that I stood up for him.
After staying silent on the issue for more than a month, White took her frustration to Facebook. Although Jay won't play again this season, she's hoping it will shed light on the issue inside the league.
It's not going to benefit my son because, again, he's not being allowed to play, but maybe it'll benefit somebody else and bring light to what's really going on. And maybe I'll be a voice for other parents to be able to say, you know what, I'm going to speak up and tell my story.
Her post has now led other parents on the team to come forward in her support.
It's embarrassing. I'm there. I'm right there. We see it. For the head coach to say I'm going to stick my bullies on them, it's just, I can't even wrap my head around it.
I was in the Navy for 28 years, and I look for integrity, I look for character, and that's something that you can't hide. And that's what I'm going to look for in his new coaches, that they really care about him, and it's not just about winning. It's about teaching these young boys how to be one day young men, because it shouldn't just be about football.
Tanner Stewart, WEAR News.
Now, Jay has already been invited to play for a new team in the area starting next season. It will be a longer drive to practice, but Penny White says she and her son look forward to playing for a team where they feel like family. Well, just moments ago, WEAR heard from the Para-League president who disputes Penny White's claims, saying the coaches were verbally reprimanded and the league has never received a complaint like this, nor has anyone come forward in her support.
In regards to the private text messages, first and foremost, these were inappropriately obtained. It was a private conversation between adults outside of the operations of Para. We have no authority over people's private conversations. After reviewing it, we did our investigation. There was no evidence that anything in those text messages were relayed to any practices or games or anything on Para facilities. Do I think the text messages should have been said? No, I do not. Do I think us as an organization should have pulled their cards for private text messages that were sent in a group text and distributed inappropriately? No, I do not. The decision to part ways had nothing to do with her son as much as it did with her.
Para officials say Penny White and her son are welcome to return next season if they choose.